Mr. Whalen reads!
Hi friends, it's Mr. Whalen here. I have brought you another story. Just show it to you right off the bat. This story is called Pet Show. Pet Show. Now this is written by Ezra Jack Keats, and maybe if you take a look at the cover, you'll recognize the art. Now Ezra Jack Keats did a very famous book that I read a while ago, in December I think. It was called Snowy Day. A lot of people know Snowy Day because it usually comes out in the libraries around winter time. Story of a little boy whose name escapes me right now. Michael? I don't remember. Anyway, he goes out in the snow. You know, he lives in the city and he goes out to play in the snow. It's his day in the snow. Very famous book. It won the Caldecott Medal for Best Pictures in a children's book. Ezra Jack Keats has gotten lots of awards for his illustrations before. He's a great writer and a great illustrator for children's books. This is a different story. Pet Show. I thought it was kind of neat because you know how sometimes you've got a big plan, something's gonna go, you got a certain way you're gonna do it, and then all of a sudden, something happens and you can't do it the way you thought you were gonna do it. Your plans have to change, and you have to think on your feet. That's what they say, think on your feet. You have to make a sudden change, a sudden choice to do things differently than you thought you were gonna do it the first time. Gotta think on your feet and make a sudden change in what you were going to do. And the little boy in this story, he's got to think on his feet because something happens he didn't expect. What's he going to do now? And, you know, how we choose to respond to a situation like that can make a difference in how things turn out. So I really like this story. I love the artwork in it. It's just like Ezra Jack Keats. It's got some good stuff in it. So my privilege to share it with you, and I hope you enjoy it. Pet Show by Ezra Jack Keats. Everyone was talking about the pet show. The kids told each other about the pets they would bring. Matt said he would bring ants. I'm going to bring my mouse, bragged Roberto. What are you going to bring, Archie? The cat? Uh-huh, said Archie. The next day, they all got ready for the pet show. Where's the cat? Archie called. Anyone see the cat? Archie and Willie looked in the cat's favorite hangout, while Peter and Susie searched up and down the street. No cat. Archie's mother came to the window. Where can that cat be? He asked her. You know how independent he is, Archie. You never know when to expect him. But I expect him now. It's time for the pet show. Maybe he's inside somewhere. Archie ran into the building. After a while, he came to the window. I can't find him. I looked all over the place. You better start without me. Gee, we're sorry, Archie, said Peter. So long, said Susie. They got to the entrance. A lot of people were already there. Just then, Roberto's mouse took off. Willie chased the mouse. Roberto chased Willie. Peter chased Roberto. Susie chased Peter. And the show started. Line up with your pets, please, the judges called. They walked up and down, looking carefully at every pet and asking, how old is your pet? And what's your pet's name? Everyone got a prize for something. There was the noisiest parrot, the handsomest frog, the friendliest fishes, the yellowest canary, the busiest ants, the brightest goldfish, the longest dog, the fastest mouse, the softest puppy, the slowest turtle, and many more. At last, or as the last prize was awarded, someone shouted, "Look, here comes Archie!" "Hello, you're just in time," a judge said. "What's in that bag?" "My pet. May I see it, please?" At that moment, the cat showed up. The other judge called out, "A blue ribbon to the nice lady for the cat with the longest whiskers." Before anyone could say anything, he pinned a blue ribbon on the old woman and came back to Archie. "What kind of a pet have you got in that jar?" "A germ," answered Archie. "Mm-hmm. And what's your germ's name?" Archie thought for a moment. "Al," he said. The judges whispered to each other. "A blue ribbon for Al, the quietest pet in the show," the judges announced. As everyone was leaving, the old woman came over to Archie. "He's really your cat, isn't he?" she said. "You should have the ribbon." "It's okay," Archie said. "You keep it." And he ran to join his friends. They passed the old woman on their way home. "Thank you for the ribbon," she called. Archie smiled. "It looks good on you. See you around." "See you around," she said.